Hi there.
Hey there, it's Nani and Lance. We're here at the Alaska Real Estate Talk Show, and today we are going to be going over the super exciting numbers of today's market in real estate. We're going to be talking about multiple things, and really we're just going to kind of strategize on what's going to be happening this spring versus last spring. Lance and I were basically looking at the two most active areas here in Eagle River and Anchorage, and kind of going over the different numbers. So let's talk about Anchorage first, Lance. What did you find is going? We go over what is called our total market overview here, but what were you seeing as the most active price ranges here in Anchorage market, and your thoughts on that?
Well, obviously the 275 to 300 price range is the most active. You know, there's been 113 closed sales in the past 6 months in that price range. So that's obviously the bread and butter of Anchorage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but what's really sticking out to me though more than anything is the fact that inventory is low, so pretty much any price point is still selling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, what you were saying, I think you have a note here, inventory is down 21% over last year.
Yeah, I mean, with inventory down 21% in Anchorage, you just don't have as many people putting their homes on the market. So
what does that mean for buyers, you think, as far as it goes?
Well, for buyers, it's better for sellers. For buyers, there's just not as many homes to look at.
Right.
It bodes well for sellers. With that said, though, there's still a lot of good homes coming on the market, and that's why I think it's, more important for those buyers, the ones that are successful, that they are, put on in good condition and priced right still.
Yeah, and I want to go into that a little bit more. I want to kind of attack the numbers here real quick, a little bit more on the Anchorage market this year versus last year. So I was noting that we have this year currently 113 homes currently.
813 homes.
Thank you, my dyslexia. 813 homes currently on the market. I was surprised last year we had 1,039 homes on the market, so that accounts for that 21% drop in the market, which I thought was really interesting. Average sales price currently in Anchorage, if you pull everything, is $357,000. Last year it was $359,000. So
it's pretty much the same.
Flat, neutral.
Yep.
And we'll talk a little bit more about how that has the effect on our market inventory. Anything else that you noticed from this year to last year that you think is important for people to realize as they're trying to jump into the real estate market? Or
well, right now, if you're a seller, right now is probably about the best time to get your home on the market.
Mm-hmm.
If you just look at month over month in the last couple of years, will increase in inventory, about, at least 100 listings.
It looked like 100 per month.
Per month.
Yeah.
And so right now there might be 813 homes on the market. By the end of next month it'll probably be a little over 900, and then by June it'll be a little over 1,000.
Might just barely scrape over 1,000.
So people are going to be putting their homes on the market, and that's going to be more competition.
Yeah.
I've always said the best months to sell in Alaska are January through April.
Well, yeah, I mean, and you get too far in the summer, then people get out and they start playing.
Yeah, I mean, they do. I mean, July, they're fishing. Yeah. They're not buying homes.
It doesn't mean they don't sell. I mean, obviously the numbers here say that, homes are selling in June and July, and stuff like that, but it's just, people just get busy.
You usually tend to have a longer days on market.
Mm-hmm.
The time frame for being on the market tends to creep up in the summertime, and it has everything to do with supply and demand economics.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, we talked about that, like right now our average days on market is 64 compared to last year, which was 52 days. So that time frame is kind of creeping up as far as days on market go currently. So it'll be just interesting to watch those numbers. So I want to hop over look at Eagle River and talk about the Eagle River market just real quick a little bit. What did you see, or what do you think is worth highlighting for people to know about the Eagle River market?
Oh, the most active price points in Eagle River is that 300 to 350 price range. A little bit higher than the Anchorage market. And that's, has to do with the fact that there's less condos and stuff,
Right.
in Eagle River. Doesn't mean we don't have them. And, the average, you had mentioned the average price for closed sales in Anchorage was 357, and in Eagle River 375. So
Right.
a little high price point, not much.
Looks like the inventory
The
is
inventory's
also
pretty much
good.
inventory in
Yeah.
Anchorage is down 21%, and inventory in Eagle River is only down 22%. So we have a 1% difference. So it's
Right.
pretty much, chugging right along with Anchorage
Yeah.
as
Yep.
far as inventory goes.
Yeah, I'm bummed that I didn't pull the numbers for the Matsu Valley, but we'll definitely post those on
Maybe another
there.
show.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just interesting to look at that because history tells us, a little bit about where the market is going, and ultimately, I mean, what do you think? Are you thinking we're looking at another flat year like we happened last year, or is it? I mean, is it feeling a little bit sluggish? What do you think? What do you think?
Well, it's feeling a little bit sluggish. We're still enjoying a good year and we're getting homes on the market and getting them under contract. With that said, I broke my crystal ball a long time ago. It's hard to, I think it's impossible for me to predict the market. The indications are that I think as interest rates go up, that we're going to see a slowdown
Right.
in the economy and in the market, but I don't think it's going to be too drastic. I think we're just going to kind of enjoy a flat year, and a flat year in this market's better than most real estate markets up here over history,
Yeah.
So, I think it's still going to be a pretty good time over the next couple of years for sellers.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about appraisals and a little bit how that affects things. I think that in the past we've had some issues when the market's going up, appraisals keeping on track. That right now, what are we seeing with the appraisals and different things as far as that goes? I mean, most of them are coming back right at value, and I mean that's kind of
Yeah, I mean we're not seeing too many. I mean, hardly any low appraisals. We had a couple last year. It's out of where we're 100
right.
appraisals we've
Right.
done. So we're not seeing it yet. Things are coming right in at appraised value, maybe a little bit more, but nothing that I'd be concerned about.
So ultimately, if you're a seller in this market, what should we be, what we should be looking at? What are the key factors the seller should take away from, what we're looking at here?
Well, with inventory low, if you have to sell, get your home right now. You will have more competition over the summer months. It happens every year up here.
Yeah.
As you see, we're going to have a net gain of over 100, probably over 100 new homes every month the next couple of months.
Well, and if they're on the market and they hit and they look good, priced right, they look nice. What is it? The beauty war? Or
Yeah,
the pricing war and beauty contest.
You got a beauty contest and a pricing war going on at the same time. And if we can win the beauty contest, meaning we're in great condition and clean. I just can't stress enough clean. You could have a dated home. It needs to be clean though.
Well, I had one that just came on the market on Thursday. We got a contract on Saturday and we were agreed on Sunday. And it was, nice and clean, needed
And
some updates.
lightly staged, but
lightly
that's not,
staged,
and you guys did that. And, that's really clean and good condition. If you've got broken things, we do need to address those, but clean, good condition so you can win the beauty contest, and then the pricing war is going on at the same time. And obviously, if you don't have the condition part down, price could always come down and
Right.
overcome that, because
Overcome
price can
some of
overcome
those.
anything in real estate.
Mm-hmm.
But there still are a lot of people out there putting their homes on the market and at unrealistic prices and not selling. I mean,
Right.
well, the other thing that I was kind of looking at, there's expired listings, in Anchorage, 123 homes in the
Failed
last
to
6
sell.
months failed to sell.
Yeah,
And
and that's usually what pricing and condition. They've missed they've missed somewhere. Either
Yeah.
the condition is not as such where they're realistic about their pricing for the condition. That's the thing I think is sellers need to keep in mind that buyers need to see value.
Mhm.
And, you know, the value is either you've priced it right so that they can go in and fix it up, or you fix it up so you can get the price you
Yeah,
want.
and I'm not doing the numbers in my head. I mean, with 813 homes on the market, and 982 closed sales, with 123 not selling, we're almost about 10% aren't selling
Yeah,
for one reason or another.
right. Yeah. And, you know, I mean, that's
A little more than 10% actually.
just not looking at the value as far as that goes. What's the takeaways that you would want for a buyer? Like, what do you think a buyer should be looking at or concerned about in this market right now, or excited about? Either way, I mean, like.
You know, if a buyer, there's good homes.
Yeah.
You know, sellers are doing more to spruce up their homes, to get them ready for the market. And, you know, as a buyer, yes, the inventory's low, you know, but you find the right home, things are still popping. And so if you find that right home, you can't, let's sleep on it and
Hem and
maybe,
haw or whatnot.
you know, maybe make an offer tomorrow, because if you do that and it's a good home that's won the beauty contest and has won the pricing war, we're still getting multiple offers. So you have to get out there, make sure you get pre-approved the lender,
first.
have that stuff done, know what price points you're comfortable in. You know, if you're pre-approved for 500,000 but don't feel comfortable there, and you feel comfortable more in the 400 to 450 range, then focus on that range.
Focus on that range.
Don't go outside of it. We
Well,
don't
that
want you
brings
to be
me to
house
the other
poor.
point that, I mean, in Eagle River, homes are selling at 99.1% of the list price. So that's not a ton of negotiating room.
No.
That doesn't mean that they're not willing to, you know, contribute some to closing costs and, you know, help out as far as that goes. And in Anchorage, it's 98.2% of the
So-
listed price.
Yeah, 1% less. So
Yeah.
sellers are getting what they are wanting, and
If
it's
they've perceived values there.
Yep. You know, so honestly, it's a good market.
Yeah, I'm
And-
excited. I think this
Yeah.
summer's gonna be a great summer for anybody that's in there. Personally, I love this market. As you get into a buyer's market or seller's market, I kind of feel we're in a neutral market. I don't know if you would agree with that, but I kind of feel like that's where we are. And you're in a seller's market, buyers feel like they're getting raked over the coals. You're in a buyer's market, you know, sellers feel like they're getting raked over the coals. I really feel like here you end up with a happy buyer, you end up with a happy seller. Buyers are getting what they perceive as value. Sellers are a little bit more realistic about the price. So I'm excited about this summer and the that we hear about right now.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, if there's anything else, post some questions. We would love to answer them for you. And other episodes or topics that you think that would be relevant. And we will see you next week.
All right.